Well, good morning, everybody. It's great to be here with you. I'm Muriel Bowser. I have the privilege of being the mayor of the best city in the world. How about the best city in the world? Let me acknowledge a lot of friends that you see here in red shirts from Unite here at Local 25. And I want to acknowledge their leader, John Boardman, for his commitment to working class families in the District of Columbia. John served as one of my transition committee leaders, focus on jobs and economic development. And that's exactly what we're here to talk about. Thank you, John Boardman. And I also want to acknowledge and thank Tom Hunt and DC United for their commitment to the District of Columbia. Now let's talk about the best soccer team in the world, DC United. And we are so proud that DC United will have its permanent home right here in the District of Columbia. DC United employs hundreds of DC residents, and they continue to invest in community-oriented initiatives and programs that benefit our city. Where's Juanita King? There she is. It's good to see Juanita King here, member of Local 25. She represents one of the 7,000 people in the district who have good jobs and good paying wages that are going to allow them to build futures here in Washington. And more importantly, you might remember Juanita because she and I were in the Washington Post together. She allowed me to spend a day, this says a day, but really it was half a day, working alongside her at the Marriott Marquis last September. And the Marriott Marquis is really one of our prides and a source of joy for us in the district. And it is a project that's emblematic of what we can do with economic development in our town. It says, the government says that it's important to have economic development, it's important to have good jobs and good wages. And every time I go in that building, I'm reminded that the government has to do everything it can when we're making investments in economic development to ensure jobs for DC residents. I spoke there, John, you'll like this, last week at the convention center, and 16,000 people were there. They had booked the entire convention center and the entire Marriott Marquis. And so we are very grateful for that investment. And I want to thank all of the leaders of the District of Columbia, past and future, who made that happen. Finally, I want to acknowledge a few members of my team. The Deputy Mayor for Planning and Economic Development, Brian Kenner. Give him a big round of applause. And where's Ketan Gata? He's right here in front of me. He's been working very hard here. So why are we here? I'll tell you. Today is a great day for working class families in D.C., and I'm honored to stand next to them, in front of them, behind them, beside them, to get the job done. I want to congratulate Local 25 and D.C. United, who have teamed up to enter into a labor peace agreement, which is why we're here today. Together, they are working with the city to ensure a new stadium will benefit more residents and spur more economic opportunity in the district. Local 25 is part of the backbone of our economy and our middle class. They played a major role in protecting workers in our past and will continue to play a major role as we build our economic future. And for nearly 20 years, DC United has continued to be a world-class organization, both on and off the field. It was really heartening last year when we were talking about DC United's permanent home here in the district. And so many people had wonderful stories to tell about DC United in their community, not just in Southwest, not just near RFK, but in all 8 wards of the District of Columbia. Local 25 and DC United's commitment to the district is strengthened today with the signing of a labor peace agreement, which not only propels the project forward, but will be a huge component for the 800 full-time and part-time opportunities available to DC residents when the soccer stadium is completed. My administration continues to work swiftly to make sure we build a soccer stadium that doesn't just benefit the team or its fans, but the entire DC community. The benefits of the stadium will be reaped through the hundreds of jobs and dozens of apprenticeship programs it will produce to the neighborhood and development, as well as the affordable housing that will be spurred by this public and private investment. We've come a long way, but when this project is done right, we know it can be a game changer for the District of Columbia. So I look forward to continue to work with Local 25 and DC United to build the facility that we can all be proud of. So you're going to hear from the gentleman who came to the table to make this happen. First, from John Boardman.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, for that incredible introduction. We're here to celebrate today with our partners, not only the Mayor of the District of Columbia, Muriel Bowser, and her economic development team, but our partner in DC United, our partners in labor, the building trades who are going to build the stadium, Local 23, whose members will hopefully be the ones that serve you your beer and get you your dog when you're out there enjoying a soccer game, or an empanada, I guess, maybe. Today is the culmination of what happens when good, thoughtful, comprehensive economic development occurs. The District of Columbia, behaving like any other market investor, is reducing risk and maximizing their return. Reducing risk by ensuring that there will be labor peace on the project, so that it gets built on time and on budget, and assuring that maximized return come to the District of Columbia residents too. Simply put, workers at the stadium will have the opportunity to join thousands of other union members across the District of Columbia who enjoy good wages, family-sustaining benefits at venues like Nats Park, Verizon Center, the Convention Center, and yes, Juanita, the new Marriott Marquis. So we are very pleased to be here today at this moment in time with our partners, DC United, to move this project forward so that workers in the District of Columbia can enjoy the fruits of this investment and this development. And with that, let me bring up my good friend and partner with DC United's CEO, Tom Hunt. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. We are pleased to create so many new union jobs, both for the construction of our best-in-class new stadium at Buzzard Point, but also for the operation of it once it's complete. We would certainly like to thank Mayor Bowser for her vision and her leadership, and the members of Local 25 and Unite Here. We are deeply committed to the District of Columbia's larger union community, and we are very appreciative of their tireless support in helping to bring a soccer stadium to this great city. This agreement is a giant step forward in ensuring that our beautiful game and soccer stays here, and DC United stays here in the District of Columbia in this great city. So since the inception of Major League Soccer, our team name has always been DC United. We think it's a perfect name. We believe that this stadium development project in an area of the city that needs an injection of new resources and attention is emblematic of our name and our decades of contribution and dedication to serving the District of Columbia and its residents. So we thank you for being here. Thanks. And I'd like to invite up Ms. Juanita King next. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Juanita King. I live in Ward 8, and I was born in District here. I am a housekeeper at the Marriott Marquis and a proud member of Local 25. For those of us who are members in the DC, we earn middle class wages and benefits. We get respect from our managers. I have lived in the district all my life, but it hasn't always been easy. Now, thanks to our union, I am able to earn enough to stay here. Even now, with everything getting more expensive. Actually, right now, I am excited because I've been able to start saving up to buy a house here. It is important to me that other people should have the same opportunity that I have. Because of this agreement on the new stadium and hotel, hundreds of families in the district are going to be able to benefit from having great union jobs, just like me at the Marquise. Thank you, Muriel Bowser, for your leadership. And thank you, DC United, for signing this agreement. To me, this is a real sign that you are truly committed to the people who live in DC.
Well, once again, I want to thank everybody who came out to talk about good jobs and good wages in D.C. and a beautiful new stadium at Buzzard Point for D.C. United. And you know what they like to say here? Vamos, D.C. United. Vamos. Oh, we have some great. And so I know that I want to thank the members of our press who are here, who came out. And if there are a few questions, I will make the gentleman behind me available to answer all of them. Tom.
I'd like to know about how many jobs you anticipate at the new stadium. And also, Mayor, if you could give us an update on where you are on the land deals that are necessary to get the shovels in the ground.
Absolutely. So, Tom, let me start out, then I'm going to turn to Brian Kenner. We expect to create, between the construction and operations of the stadium, 800 new jobs, and I'll let Brian talk about the breakdown of where those jobs are. Brian.
Thank you. We are moving forward with land acquisition. Obviously, in the deal that has already been set out, we've got a date, which I think is September of this upcoming year, to demonstrate site control. We are very excited and will be engaging not only with DC United but with the council about making sure that agreement works for us, and also making sure that we meet that deadline. So we're very excited about moving forward.
Yes. And the Mayor, I'll just go to my. That's all right. I'll get the numbers. Okay. I will ask you. Juanita raised a very good point. In your campaign and your promise to try to spend $100 million on housing. For the good jobs that people have here, there's a new DC Fiscal Policy Institute study out today that says the affordability of homes in the city has plummeted over the last decade. And I'm just wondering how much that's on your agenda as you stand here with these union workers.
Well, it's front and center on my agenda, Tom, but anytime you hear me talk about affordable housing, I always start the conversation with good jobs. We will invest $100 million annually in affordable housing, but if you don't have a job or if you don't have a good job, you still won't be able to afford the housing that we're creating. So our strategy around affordability is to make sure that we're focused on training DC residents for the jobs that are being created in the District of Columbia, but also leveraging our economic development investments in creating those jobs. District taxpayers stepped up to say, we want DC United. But more than that, they say, we want the positive economic development that will come with that investment, and we want the jobs for DC residents that will come with that investment. And so when we roll out our budget, I look forward to living up to the promise of the $100 million investment in affordable housing.
We're talking about middle-class jobs as well as lower middle income, about middle-class jobs.
Yes. So if there are no other questions, I think that we have a memento. Oh, thank you. All right.
John, one for you. Juanita.
Okay. Why don't we have DC United start? Yeah. You want to put it here for some, in front of the podium? Okay.
Pick that ball and I'll give you $1.
Did you? 네, 저건 마이크. 네, we don't have the mic there. Thank you.
I hate to do it. I had to wait. This ain't a camera.